welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Anita Makori and I mainly post content about grad school applications. In today's video, we are with Waithera. If you don't know who Waithera is, please check out my previous video where we've covered her grad school application journey. For today's video, we'll be talking about a very important process in your grad school application, which is the US visa application process. Waithera, from the previous video, has been accepted to do a PhD in polymer chemistry at the University of Connecticut. And today she'll be telling us about how she applied for her visa and got it. So thank you for being here again.
Thank you for hosting me twice. I mean twice.
Right? So maybe you could just tell us about the US visa. So how did you start? Like, what preparations did you do before you started the actual visa applications? Maybe what documents did you need? Like, what, say I want to start my visa application, what do I need?
I think I'll start by saying, guys, don't be charmed. Like, just because you got an admission does not mean you will get a visa.
Very true, especially for the US.
Yeah,
very true.
Those guys, they have a degree in rejection.
You'll be shocked.
Please, just because you got into a school doesn't mean you'll actually get a visa. So I think that's the mentality I also went in with, until I was like, hey, you need to change your mentality, otherwise you won't go to school. So for me, what actually helped me is the fact that I really like researching about things that I get into, and with the visa process, I did not expect it to be that difficult, if I'm being honest. I thought, just like everyone, because I have a good school,
have funding.
I have funding, I'm doing PhD. I mean, who would say no to a PhD student? The US.
Them.
So I went into the process being very naive and thinking that it was an easy process, until my first application stage was to get an A20. And I remember my school's international students service, they're called ISSS. I really don't know the full name, but they're international students PIPs. They were like, you need to be very cautious about your visa application. Not everyone who applies gets in. So I was like, hey?
So they actually told you?
Yeah, they told me. I was like, okay, this is good information. So that means I have to be excellent. Again, striving for excellence. So I got my I-20 before everyone else, because I also got my admission letter and acceptance letter way before everyone. Actually, even way before the undergrads. So I got my I-20 and then I started my application process. So from I-20, you apply for your service ID. Service ID, you have to have $350 with you.
I think we'll have to do another video about the whole grad school application budget.
Yes.
So that's another thing.
I did not know I would have to check, because my parents are like, Sinu, umetaka hii maneno. You go and you're working. So African parents. I still love them. So $350 to pay for your service number, and then Western Union in Kenya don't accept Kenya shillings.
They don't.
Why?
So the exchange rate.
Why? We're in Kenya. Why? So I had to actually, for the $350 with the current US dollar rate, came to 50,000 shillings. And I was like, hiyo ni salary mzima karibu imeenda. So it's very expensive. So I paid my service fee, and then from paying your service fee, you fill out the DS-160 form. And there's also a trick to filling your DS-160, guys. Honestly, watch videos, because for me, I used Yash Mittra. He's on YouTube.
We'll leave a link.
Yes. So Yash Mittra, I used his tips on filling the DS-160 to ensure that I skipped the caveats and the two traps that those guys have set up in the system. So I filled up my DS-160. I had all my documents, including my financial documents from school, and then I paid my visa fee. Now, you think you paid your visa fee, you get a date equal to? My date was in September. Guys, this is after school has started.
Yeah.
So that means you have to now request an expedition expedition for your interview to be brought forward. And let me tell you guys, it's not an easy process, because for us as Kenyans, we're given one chance to expedite, and if you fail, that's it. Like, you can't do it again. So please, if you get your I-20 early, start the process early. Because what I've seen is guys who are now requesting for their expedition letters, they're being denied because the requests are so many. And then secondly, now they've put a condition that wasn't there when I was applying, that you have to apply for your expedition request 30 days to the start of your class date. So that means mtakuwa wengi hapo request. And those guys, let me tell you, they are very arrogant and they don't care. But yeah, so the expedition request was accepted, and then now the hardest part came, where you have to prepare for that interview. It's a 30-second interview, but let me tell you, you will have sleepless weeks.
Yeah.
You will have
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30
What
seconds.
can you say in 30 seconds though that will convince someone to give you
Because those guys have lines and lines of people. Because you see, it's not only school visas. It's travel visas, green card holders,
work
diplomas,
visas.
work visas.
Yeah.
So you only have 30 seconds to convince
so
you.
is the 30 seconds online? Okay, I know with COVID obviously it was online, but right now is it
It's
online
physical.
or physical?
It's physical.
So like between me getting into that room and starting to speak for 30 seconds,
you'll get, so they give you a time. So my interview was at 6:30 a.m. guys, 6:30 a.m.
Okay.
So I got to the embassy at 5 a.m. so that I don't miss my window. Because if you miss your window, I'm sorry, it's rejected. Why are you getting there late? Why?
that's very difficult.
Yeah,
Why
it's
do they
hard.
make it that difficult?
Because you see now, you've requested for an expedite. They don't have slots on that day, so they have to look for times
before
outside
office
or
hours.
after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was actually thankful it was, because morning hours are the best time to go to the embassy, if I'm being honest. Usiende huko afternoon. Amechoshwa na watu.
Yeah, they're frustrated. They've met all kinds of characters
so
the whole day.
No. No, actually they give you like a pink letter. That pink letter is a no. And then a green, aqua green is a yes. So don't get the pink ones. So I got that 5. From 5 stood outside, because these guys don't let you in until your time gets there. So to India, don't carry your phone. Carry one phone. Don't carry any electronics. Don't wear earrings. Like no metals, basically. Yeah. So got there, my phone, and my documents. So carry your documents in a clear bag. So my documents included my I-20, my acceptance letter, my offer letter, my financial documents, my PhD, proposal of study. So, and then also I had my transcripts in copy. I also had my DS-160, my confirmation, my service payment confirmation. I also had my visa payment confirmation. What else did I have? Like all these documents, just have them with you. But the important ones are the DS-160, your I-20, your passports. That's valid. So a valid passport is a passport that after you're done with your program, 6 months after it, you can still stay in the country. So please, valid passport. So just having all these documents, and also your finance. Luckily for me, they know PhDs, like you're given funding.
Yes.
So they did not ask me about funding questions. But for masters, your bank statements, all these things, your sponsors, bank statements, have them. Yeah.
Okay, so the actual interview process, I'm trying to understand what you can say in 30 seconds to convince someone to let you into their country. So how was it like? How many people were interviewing you? How was the environment? And what kind of questions did they ask? Are you allowed to say that? The kinds of questions? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So it's, this guy is, the interview is like you're going to a bank teller. You see the way in banks there's like so they're tellers actually.
Okay.
So it's a teller. You guys have made your line. You go and interview. Watu wanakusikia saa hizo, as in it's embarrassing.
So even the ones waiting in line can hear your conversation.
And they can hear if you're rejected. Yeah, it's that bad. It's that open and it's that bad. So you have to. Number one, confidence. So the questions they ask: why do you want to go to the US? If you're studying, why this school? What is your research? Why
30 seconds though.
Yes. Like, don't waste your time with extra
Beating around the bush.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
If you're given a yes or no question, it's a yes or no. System a yes and then extend. Bro, you're wasting time. You only have 30 seconds. Yeah. So if you're asked why this school, say it's the lecturer's work that enabled you, or rather influenced you. And explain what research in 15 seconds or in 10 seconds. Because I realized even the guys who train you for your interviews, like how to answer in time. So please take up those opportunities. And also do mock interviews. Because I'm telling you guys, I had sleepless nights and sleepless. In weeks, I didn't sleep until I had my visa approved.
Yeah. Okay, so and then after the interview, the 30-second interview, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around, do you get the pink or green letter at that time?
Yes.
Also,
you actually know your fate immediately.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it's not like you go home and wait. It's at that moment.
By the time you're leaving that stella,
you know if you're going or
know
not.
if you're approved or not. Let me tell you, if you're not approved, you have to pay now all those stupid costs. The $350 again, the $160
afresh.
Yeah.
It's not like saying this is just an appeal.
And then the worst part is, once you're rejected, your second application is most
Kinda
likely
a non-brainer.
Yeah. So just prep. Honestly, me, I'm just here to tell you guys, the F1 visa is not as easy as people think it is. Prepare. And yes, those 30 seconds or 45 seconds matter. Like, and have all your documents.
Okay guys, that has been very enlightening. I have also learned, because I'm yet to do my visa application process. So at least I am well prepared. I hope you are too, especially if you're applying for a school in the US.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned in my previous video, Waithera is doing grad school application content on her Instagram page, which I'll leave a direct link to in the description box. Kindly follow her if you have any questions about grad school applications in the US, UK or Canada. Feel free to reach out to her, and she is very willing to help you, hold your hand as hers was held in the whole application process. That's it for today's video. I will see you in my next video. Remember to share and subscribe. Bye.